Hello everyone and welcome to my vlog. It is Ekaterini here, an artist attempting to live the rural life in COVID times. Actually, this is a half-truth. I'm also looking back at the 90s, trying to understand how it was constructed as a neoliberal subject. I'm speculating how my future could have been different. So, let's get started. This is the second summer growing vegetables in the garden, and one of the biggest challenges of last year was combating pests and bugs, obviously without the use of pesticides. My aim is to create an organic garden, although I'm questioning how possible it is to isolate it from the continuous pollution of the earth around me. After the COVID experience, I'm wondering if there are really islands anymore. This year, following my father's example of planting basil next to the summer vegetables, I grew basil from seeds a dear friend gave me because apparently it acts as a natural mosquito and bug repellent. And today, I am transplanting the basil to the various parts of the garden, starting with the aubergines and peppers, which, as you can see, they are doing very well, and then by the okra that is still young and beautiful, the tomatoes that are growing tall, and finally the green beans, which already are very productive. Fingers crossed it will all work out and I will not end up chasing bugs with my bare hands.
Ό,τι συμφορά, ούτε μια κατσαρίδα ζωντανή, ούτε ένα τόσο κατσαριδάκι.
Last year, my produce was here and there. Second summer round, I organized the garden much better by creating defined beds and considering the right spot in the garden for each crop. Locating the right place in the garden for the various crops is a crucial part of the learning process. For example, understanding which plants love and need continuous direct sunlight, like the okra here. I need to negotiate the various needs of each crop carefully as I am growing vegetables in an established garden amongst trees and flowers and not in an open field.
What did he say?
Placing seeds in the soil and watching them grow is a mesmerizing process. It is not always plain sailing, however. I have tried to grow long beans in the bed I set aside for green bean growing, but to no avail. Actually, I tried all kinds of different bean seeds, but with no success. I'm trying one last time, throwing in lots of seeds, too many in reality, and let's see what happens. In the last episode, I promised to keep you posted about the tomatoes and the potatoes. I planted the tomatoes in the lower part of the garden next to an apple tree that keeps them a bit shaded and protected from the scorching sun. The tomatoes are growing well and I already collected some ripe ones. The potato vines have all blossomed. I have stopped watering them and they are in the process of dying down. I also dug out some potatoes and they are looking good as well. But they are still a bit small, so I need to keep them in the ground just a little bit longer.
Cigar?
The next episode will be dedicated to the potato crop. Something to look forward to. Till then, I leave you with some of my crops of the day, of the last few weeks, full of aubergines, courgettes, peppers and green beans, including samples of all the little delights that the garden offers.